Hey guys, my name is David Ellis, and I was asked to share my testimony for camp this year. For those of you who don't know me, I am a post-high camper. I'm 18 years old. Uh, I am autistic, and when I was asked to do this, I started thinking of the first time I had to be resilient. When I was 5 or 6, my dad found out that my mom was cheating on him and was pregnant with my now stepdad's kid, and I decided that I didn't want to go to bed that night. So I hid and saw my parents' last fight while we were all living together. I don't remember the fight well, mainly I just remember the terror I felt as my world fell apart. At that time I didn't have much control over myself and was prone to having emotional breakdowns, which few enough people can calm me from, which only exasperated the overall situation. After the divorce, my parents started to help me find other ways to cope with difficult situations. I found the best way for me to cope was to immerse myself into books and using the characters as an outlet for my troubles. Uh, just before 5th grade, I was baptized, and then my stepdad got a new job and ripped us all away from our support system to move us to Canada. Uh, we had asked our dad to fight for custody, and a year later we came back down and once again had to mostly restart, making new friends, adapting to a new school system, and again my only outlet was book characters, and I coped. It was around that time that I began to be introduced to Lakeside through my brother's camp reunions. Meanwhile, I was helping to take care of my grandparents and working through middle school, and I could not wait for my first year at camp. When finally the time arrived, I had thought I had been rather resilient through everything. But after that first year, I realized that I had just been bottling up all the emotions I had inside of me. My grandmother had died the year before, um, on top of all the other situations I had previously mentioned. And my grandpa moved in with us, and I was one of the only ones helping to take care of him too. When I finally got to camp, I realized that these people knew where I had come from. They had come from similar situations themselves, and I wasn't alone anymore. There were people like Rich Bettner, or my year one camp leaders, Beth McTrustry and Mike Rowe, who were willing to just listen and be an outlet and an example so I could release all the pent-up emotions I had inside me, all the anger and frustration and fear. And I've finally learned what resilience truly was. It wasn't bottle all this stuff up like so many book characters. They just shrug it off and keep going on, and it ends up never coming back to light. I found that it has to come back to light, that you can't stop it if you just hold on to it. And I finally found a group of people that just listened to my troubles and helped me move on with advice and how they had dealt with their situations. So, resilience to me is not recovering quickly, it's to just talk your way through it with somebody you trust and just acknowledge you feel a certain way and move on.